Hello there. Hold on. I forgot to check if I was recording in the last video, but I think I was. The reason I clicked on this, the worst industry plants in music, is because on this thumbnail he had Killer Roy, and I actually fuck with Killer Roy's songs, so I want to see who he's talking to.
As an artist rises to success, it's natural for them to face scrutiny. It can be unsettling to suddenly see a previously unknown artist everywhere, as if they have an unfair advantage in the music industry. These artists are often referred to as industry plants, a term that originated in hip-hop in the 2010s, in reference to artists like Lizzo, Chance the Rapper, and Travis Scott. The term suggests that these artists have received special treatment from the industry. The concept of an industry plant itself has been a source of debate for years. At its core, it refers to an artist whose development and rise to fame is carefully orchestrated by a major label, often behind the scenes. While their success may seem organic, it is actually the result of strategic planning and connections made by the label. As a result, industry plants are often perceived as lacking authenticity. However, not all artists who rise to fame quickly are necessarily industry plants. It's important to consider the individual circumstances and efforts of each artist, rather than making assumptions based on their success. Some have been accused of being industry plants, but it's important to remember that major record labels are in the business of promoting and supporting their artists. It's not always a matter of deception, but rather the label doing its job. These industry plants are often relatively new to the music industry and have a small following on platforms like SoundCloud or Bandcamp. These artists are then signed to a major label and given the resources and support to become very successful. However, some people may see their sudden rise to fame as suspicious and question whether they truly earn their success. Today I'm going to talk through some artists whose name have been thrown around when bringing up the term industry plants. Travis Scott. Just to be clear, I have no vendetta against Travis Scott or any of the artists I'll bring up in this video. The truth is quite the opposite. I like a lot of their music, but I do believe they are prime examples of what people are calling industry plants and artists who have successfully navigated through the industry. One thing that sets Travis apart is his distinct style, which sets him apart from many other industry plants who simply imitate popular styles in an attempt to achieve quick fame and fortune. In contrast, Travis Scott seemed to appear out of nowhere and has already solidified his place among the best names in rap, such as Drake. In just a couple of years, he has achieved a level of success and recognition that many artists strive for their entire careers. Chance the Rapper. He's another artist who serves as a prime example of a successful industry plant. Not only does he create great music, but his presence in mainstream media and his fan base have significantly grown in recent years. This wasn't always the case though. While his name was known within the rap community, he was not always a household name until the release of his third album, Coloring Book. This project, which was backed by a major label and featured contributions from several high-profile artists, received widespread attention and sold a large number of copies. The buzz around the project, which was helped along by Kanye West's involvement and the Good Music record label, contributed to its success. However, at the end of the day, it was Chance's talent and the quality of music that truly drove the sales and cemented his place as a respected artist in the industry. Post Malone. At just 19 years old, Post Malone
when I hear
industry plan, with the release of his hit single White Iverson in February 2015. Within a few short months, he had already achieved a level of success that many aspiring artists only dream of. With his unique ability to blend rap and melody, Malone has become a standout in a genre
White
that values
Iverson song was actually
above all else. Unlike other successful white rappers like Eminem and Macklemore,
because unless they're like botting the thing where like, because like somebody could post a song and if the song is ass, nobody's gonna listen to it, right? Or they might listen to it once and then be like, yeah, that shit ass, I'm not gonna listen to it. But like White Iverson, right? It's a good song. So if you put out a good song and people like it, I don't get how that would be an industry. I don't know. Like, sure, they might sign to a label and they might get backup, but they still have to make a good song. So
Post Malone doesn't delve into deep or controversial topics in his music.
When I think of industry plant, I think of somebody who's like pushed in front of us, like forcefully, and they don't make that good music. Like their music isn't good. So far, he named people who make pretty good music. Like the song that they're talking about was pretty good. The song that blew them up, quotations, blew them up, was pretty good. So
instead, he simply delivers shallow lyrics about accumulating wealth over polished beats, and yet he still manages to top the Billboard rap album chart. While some may question whether Malone is an industry plant, his rise to fame is still nothing short of impressive. In just a year, he went from making Minecraft tutorial videos on YouTube and covering acoustic pop songs with his friends to rocking braids and gold teeth while rapping with a distinct ghetto twang and accent. The fact that many videos from Malone's pre-fame days have been deleted only adds to the suspicion that he may be an industry plant. For a long time, Nicki Minaj was the only prominent female rapper on the scene. However, with the signing of Cardi B by Atlantic Records and the label's investment in her career, that dynamic seems to have changed. While it might seem absurd to compare the two artists, the reality is that Cardi B has emerged as a strong contender in the rap world, and she's now enjoying her time in the spotlight. The main point is that Atlantic Records saw that the music industry was changing, and they recognized that Nicki's music wasn't resonating with listeners in the same way that it had in the past. Rather than try to force Nicki into a role that no longer fit, they saw an opportunity to bring in someone new and took a chance on Cardi B. This gamble paid off for sure, as Cardi B achieved fame quickly and gained a huge following. While it's always hard to say for sure whether an artist is an industry plant, my fear with Cardi B is that she may be one. Lil Baby. Lil Baby's debut album garnered millions of likes and comments upon its release, despite the fact that 7 out of the 13 songs had the same beat pattern and featured Lil Baby using the same flow, tone of voice, delivery, and lyrical content. It seems that the music industry is trying to recreate the success of 50 Cent with Lil Baby. However, this formula has not been successful, and it's clear that the industry's attempts to promote Lil Baby as the next 50 Cent are not resonating with listeners. It's possible that there are other indications that Lil Baby is an industry plant, but it's not clear if these additional pieces of evidence would add anything to the argument. Regardless of whether or not Lil Baby is an industry plant, it's clear that the current approach to promoting him is not working too well. Blueface. Blueface is a prime example.
The first song I had heard from him was that one that shit was so offbeat. I hated the fuck out of that song. I'm like, I'm never gonna listen to him. I'm not gonna listen to him. And then that song was low-key catchy. And then he came out with it, and then I didn't listen to him for a while, and then he came out with another song, and I'm like, okay, that one's pretty good. And then he did the shot of flow with Ella and Ellie Chopper, and I was like, okay, bro got it. That shit's actually
of an industry plant. A prepackaged artist created by the music industry. Done right. He has risen to the top of the rap game in record time, thanks in large part to his signing with Cash Money and the influence of industry veterans like Birdman and Whack 100. These two powerful figures in the music industry have the resources and connections to make Blueface's success happen almost overnight. Despite his fairly limited rap skills, Blueface has received cosigns from established artists like Kendrick Lamar and has been plugged into collaborations with top artists like Cardi B and G-Eazy. It's clear that Blueface has not had to put in the same level of hard work and dedication as other artists who had to prove themselves over time through the release of multiple tapes and constant hustle. Instead, he has been given the opportunity to walk through the door of success and has been guided on his journey to the top. Lil Nas X. Many people believe that he simply lucked into going viral and that propelled him straight to radio success. But anyone with a bit of common sense knows that it doesn't really work that way. The media also hyped up a supposed feud with the country radio charts, which only added to the strangeness of his story. And to top it all off, the inclusion of another artist who was previously rejected by the country music scene only helped to boost the popularity of his song. All of this adds up to a tale that seems more like something out of a Hannah Montana story rather than the real world. It's hard to shake the feeling that there might be more to Lil Nas X's rise to fame than meets the eye. It's clear that Old Town Road has achieved massive success, but it's hard to believe that this was all due to luck. It takes a significant amount of money to reach the top of any charts, especially the country charts, and it's even more unusual for an unknown artist to achieve this level of fame. Some people believe that he didn't even write the song or that he has any musical talent. Some people are saying that he's a transplant, a social experiment, or possibly even a spy for the hip-hop police. I have no idea what that is, but whatever the truth may be, I can't shake the feeling that something is off about Lil Nas X and his sudden rise to fame. It's unusual for an artist as popular as Lil Nas X to have such minimal press coverage, especially considering that he hardly speaks in interviews and seems to stick to very general statements. It's almost as if he's a life-size Woody from Toy Story, only speaking his predetermined lines when humans are around.
That's cap, because he did a full stream with Speed, and bro was talking. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched some of the funny parts, but like some of this is just reaching for like air. Like you're jumping off a cliff. You're like, oh fuck, I jumped off a cliff, and then you're reaching for the rocks, and you're just missing every rock as you fall.
It's hard to get a sense of who he really is or what he's like when he's not in the public eye. Much like how we don't know what Woody does when Andy goes to school. It's a strange and mysterious situation to me, to say the least. And finally, we have a very recent industry plant, Ice Spice. Ice Spice is a controversial figure in the music industry at the moment. Some have questioned whether she's a truly authentic artist or simply an industry plant. The sudden surge of publicity surrounding her song Munch has raised eyebrows. The support of high-profile figures like Drake, as well as the push from social media sites, has led many to wonder if there's more to her success than meets meets the eye. In interviews, her speech patterns and tones seem much more suburban than truly representative of the Bronx, and there's little information available about which specific neighborhood she comes from. All of these factors contribute to the suspicion that Ice Spice may be more of a manufactured artist than a genuine one. If you made it here, please subscribe. But also, it's important to remember that the path to success is never easy, and every artist has their own journey. The label of industry plant can be unfair and dismissive of the hard work and talent that these artists have put into their careers. While it's natural to be skeptical of sudden fame, it's also important to give credit where it's due and not discount an artist's achievements simply because they've gained popularity so quickly. Let me know what you think about this list of industry plants.
I feel like luck is just a big factor, bro. Like, your luck could kick in at different points. Like, look at the Iron Boys. Bro released a song that was so bad, people blew it up. That's why they got famous. Or mostly. I know they had TikTok before that, but I didn't know what the fuck they did on it. I definitely don't think Travis is an industry plant. I would say his first studio album, Days Before Rodeo, he was getting a lot of attention, and he was a well-known name when Astroworld dropped, and he had the featured artist names taken off the album for people to be surprised for when they listen to it. And I'm saying that because he didn't use the other people's artist names for clout, but I definitely think Cardi is him having success after his first album really is good. No, it doesn't, bro. No, it doesn't. Cause you could be lucky, bro. Like, that's how luck works. Luck is mysterious. You don't even know how luck works. It's just luck. It just drops on you like that, and like, it just luck. First thing he released was a mixtape, and that kind of took off, and people started talking about him, and then he released Days Before Rodeo. He got spread around and started getting popular. These plants. I don't know. That is plant, bro. Read between the lines. His first mixtapes got his name in people's mouths. How by the industry, bro? It's all G, though, because every rapper is a plant, whether they look genuine or not. They're all handpicked for the industry. I feel like that's cap, bro. Like, I just feel like, bro, like, bro, say, how do I say this? I don't know, bro. But like, how would I say this? I want to use like football as an example or basketball. Say I'm a basketballer, or I'm a basketballer. I play basketball, and then I go to the park every day. I'm playing basketball, and then one day, a coach is driving by, and he's like, "Oh shit, want to join my team? You look pretty fire." Because I was cooking everybody on the court. That's luck. The coach see me playing basketball while just randomly driving by on his day, and was like, "Oh shit, bro has talent. Let me try to get him for my team." That's how I see, like, rap and shit. Right? There's an artist who drops music. It could be his first song. It could be his 115th song. But one of them is lucky enough to get spotted by somebody who spots musical talent, and then they're like, "Oh shit, we found somebody talented. Let's get him into the studio. Let's sign him. Let's push him out there." Like, industry, like, pushing somebody out there doesn't mean they're gonna be successful, right? Like, you still gotta have talent in music. That's why I don't get industry plans. Like, I don't know. Like, you could push somebody down somebody's throat, but if they don't like it, they're not gonna listen to it, right? So I don't get it. That's why I feel like it's part luck. You gotta have luck in it. But let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe. See you guys later. Hope you have a good day or night.